Hey guys, and welcome back to my world. Very often I get a lot of comments that says this doesn't work, this is fake, you suck, mod, whatever, fake, and all manner of in profanities that when a person can't actually recreate what I've created, and then they take it that I'm either cheating them or I'm lying or something like that. So what I thought, and the thing is, I've actually seen this a lot on other people's videos as well, where people tend to get things wrong when they try to recreate complex command block mechanics. So what I thought, what I'm going to do today is actually go through the top 5, well, top 7, but top 7 doesn't sound as good as the top 5. So the top 5-ish errors people make that I've come across when looking at their comments and when exploring further, that they make when trying to recreate my mechanics and other command block map makers mechanics. Okay, so the first one, and the one that this surprises a lot of people, is that they are not running a clock. Now, I tend to not actually say I am now running a clock, because I'm taking it for granted that somebody would know that you need to power and unpower a command block for that command block to constantly work. So quite often you'll just see me going boom, 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 and then boom, suddenly there's a redstone block. And then this block over here is constantly turning on and off. It's doing it 20 times a second. Now, I did actually make a number of videos that deals with these things. So this one over here, for example, was dealing with clocks and which clocks to use and why you need to use clocks. But most often I get the comment that I put the redstone block on top and it didn't work like you worked. It's fake. Okay, so it's not... Yeah, that's I am running a clock. For example, if I put that down there, you will see for this to work, I need to power this on and off the whole time. So go watch that video if you want to know more about clocks. I mean, clocks do come in various shapes and sizes and designs. This is a hopper clock. This is a comparator clock. This is a good old survival friendly, cheap to make redstone torch clock. Okay, this is what I used to use before comparators came out and before hoppers came out. Okay, and to this day I still quite often use it. The only thing is it's not quite as fast as I would like it. So that's the only reason I don't really use that much anymore. Okay, so that's it. You are not running a clock. Be sure that you are running a clock before you actually contact me and say, oh, it's not working. I don't always say that I'm running a clock, but I am. Okay. Cool. So the second thing is you guys did not set up the scoreboard. So quite often I create a lot of my mechanics contain scoreboards. Now scoreboards are very, very useful to track statistics, to track players, and to give values to certain players. Once again, I've made this video over here, which you can go and watch. All of these videos are in the description for you to click on, that deals with scoreboard. Okay, so when I'm talking about a scoreboard, for example, this one over here, okay, so you'll see that I've got a scoreboard running over here that's ticking down. So this is scoreboard, objectives, set display, sidebar, and this is timer. So you'll see there is the scoreboard. Okay, but for you to use the scoreboard, you can't just go and copy and paste my code, that this code over here. For example, you'll see over here I have something that says scoreboard, players, add, at all, timer 1. You can't just go and copy and paste that into your world without actually having gone and created that scoreboard objective. And to do that, scoreboard objectives, set this scoreboard objectives, add dummy. Okay, and this was just a dummy. Right. So that is how you would then add it. And once you've added it, then you can start using my commands. Okay, but be very, very careful as well. If I've spelled a timer without a capital letter, you need to use timer without a capital letter and add it as a timer without capital letter. Most of my videos has the all of the commands in the description for you to use. So go and check them out and make sure that your scoreboard is set up. Okay, and then at number 3, we have the incorrect version of Minecraft. Or your Minecraft is modded, or you are running on a server that doesn't allow certain commands. Okay, now I most of the time, if we can have a look at my videos, Now, if you're going to have a look at some of the videos I've made, I mean, I have made about 450 concept videos or tutorial videos and concept videos and things like that. So there is a lot of videos, and that actually spans like a 2.5, almost 3-year period. So there is going to be concepts that is outdated, that has been replaced by new concepts and by new functionality to the game. A lot of the functionality, especially some of these ones in the orange, will no longer work in 1.8. Okay, so if, for example, you are using there was something very specific. So, for example, if you're using custom potions and you're still using the 1.8 potion IDs and things like that, that will no longer work in 1.8. And the reverse, if you are playing in 1.7 and you're trying to do 1.8 commands, it won't work. Okay, most of what's broken in 1.8 is the way that Minecraft now handles the block IDs and item IDs. They no longer use it. That now actually uses the full name. So instead of going potion, give so-and-so potion with an ID of so-and-so, that'll no longer work. You now need to have the full, thrown potion and then with the numbers. I mean, that is incorrect as I'm saying it, but do go and have a look. You can no longer do set block 1. You now need to do set block Minecraft stone 0. Okay, so it has changed. So always be sure that you are on the correct version of Minecraft before kind of looking into what is wrong with your code. The next thing is I don't really play mods. I've never really focused on mods as much. I've mostly tried to do things in the game as it is. A lot of the times, if you're running various mods, it physically changes the game in the background and it can break things. So a big possibility is that if you are running some kind of mod, it might actually break the way that Minecraft handles command blocks. Another thing is also servers. You need to be very clear on the servers. Quite often, a lot of the functionality is either blocked by the server owner or is just built into the server plugin that you're using. For example, Bucket, I know they take a long time to update. I think they're kind of okay now, but quite often a lot of the actual commands does not work on 1.8 commands does not work on, for example, Bucket. I know there are Spigot clients that you can run some of these commands, but I am in no way an expert. All I'm saying is, if you're having an issue with recreating this, go and have a look that you're in this correct version. Be sure that you're not running any mods, or that it's not a mod that's conflicting, or that might not be a server issue. Okay, so go and have a look at those things. Now, the next one is using my coordinates. Now, I know this sounds silly, but I have many times, especially with my custom crafting videos, a lot of people had issues because they were using my coordinates. Okay, which coordinates are unique to the world you are in, or it's unique to where you are in the world. If you are standing and building your mechanism on exactly the same spot, you are fine. But if you are out by even one block, it will no longer work. I made a video over here that dealt with that deals with so I made a video over here that deals in exactly this. It explains the whole thing behind coordinates and when to use what is a relative coordinate, what is an absolute coordinate, etc, etc. So do go check it. And once again, all of these videos is in the description, so do go check them out, please. Okay, so make sure that you are not using my coordinates. Okay, and then number 5 is the incorrect entity selector. Okay, now what that means is that a lot of the times people are trying to select an armor stand, or they're trying to select, actually most commonly what people are trying to select is, if I go get a fishing rod, is, for example, if I get a fishing rod, for example, when I chuck this fishing rod, that little thing over there, okay, depending on what language your game is in English, its name is unknown. So its name equals unknown. So its physical name, if you were to be able to display the name, will be unknown. Okay, that's why it doesn't work in, for example, German. German will be something different. French will be something different. Spanish something different. Okay, so make sure that you are targeting the correct entity. Okay, and that entity, you've got the actual the way that you should be targeting the entity correctly. So, for example, I know armor stands are especially fussy in this way. You need to specify the coordinates first. So at E, so let's just quickly see if we can do this. So it's at E. Okay, then you need to do the X, Y, and Z. Then you need to do the type. Then you need to do the name. Okay, and then you need to do your C equals 1, C equals 2, however many you want. But be sure your entity selector is correct. X, Y, Z, then the type, then the name, then how many of those you want to select. Okay, so that would really be my top 5 are reasons that your concept don't work. But you know what? Hold on. Let's do a Mojang and do a 5.1. Okay, so we're still in the top 5, but we now have a 5.1. You have copy and pasted it directly from YouTube. So if we go to, for example, a very old video of mine, Psycho Chickens of Death, December 2013. Okay, if you copy and paste this command directly from YouTube, you will see that when you paste it into a command block, okay, it then adds strange little things to it. It adds something called the shy. I'm not exactly sure what that is. Now I think this has got to do with the way that the UTF versions of the fonts, I'm talking out of my ass, but anyway, the UTF versions of the fonts are incorrect versions, and Minecraft tries to compensate by adding these weird characters. So if I were to run this, you will see that it will work, but it's not gonna, you're not gonna get the results that you expected. Okay. If I were to, let me just kill at, oh no, let's get him, go away, go away. Okay, how do I, I'm too lazy. Let me grab a sword and just kill him. Okay. So if you have those things, you're not, if you leave them in, it's not going to, you're not going to get the effect that you want. So you see that ambient wasn't added, and if I just remove this one over here, the active effect, and if I use this over here, the follow, I think it's the follow range. What was this? The follow range. Okay, now that I've removed those things from my code, if I now summon it, you will see I will get the expected results. Okay, and if I now go game mode 0, this chicken should now actually start attacking me. Yeah, you'll see. There we go. So I'm now getting the exact results because I removed that little shy characters from it. Okay. Right. This mouse is terrible. Okay, so that is 1.5.1 or 5.1, and then I also have 5.2 spelling and format. Okay, now this I cannot stress more, is incredibly important. I know Mojang has a weird way of sometimes using capitals, sometimes not using capitals, sometimes using a mixture of capitals, but do go and find out what the correct command is and ensure that your spelling is correct. It is incredibly important that you get your spelling correct. For example, if you go in here and we say summon a zombie with a lowercase, okay, it ain't gonna work. See, it won't work. All right, it has to be uppercase because that is what they say. If I, for example, say summon uppercase, okay, you'll see it won't work. All right, it has to be summon lowercase. So be sure that you check your spelling absolutely correct. And then the format, all the Minecraft codes follow a particular format, and you need to be sure that the format is correct. You can't go and create a weird format for yourself and expect it to work. I've tried this, I've tried that, and people have actually gone and created their own their own programming language, which you can't do that. You have to follow the format of Minecraft. Go and have a look at the wiki, go and have a look at my commands, go and have a look, and you will see, again on Reddit, you will see the particular format. Now you'll see there's probably space for 2 more, so I'm going to leave this up to you guys. Can you guys in the comments suggest what people are doing wrong, that they are unable to recreate the mechanics that that command block people and YouTubers normally make? Why can't they create it? Please offer me some advice and commands on the bottom. And then last but not least, please feel free to like this video, share it with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. This is a pain. I hate doing this, but you know what? We all want our channels to grow, and we all want to reach that magical numbers of subs. That's just nonsense. I don't know why I just said that. Ignore me. All right, ignore the last bit I said. Guys, thank you very much for watching, and as always, I will check you all later.